Football Friday talk, man. Here we go. Walter Stringer and Reacts, right? The
What's
YouTube.
going on? That is
How you guys?
correct.
Look,
That is
It's
correct, man. That is a
we could
fresh
hey,
hoodie you
we
got
could.
on, brother.
Thank you,
hey,
man.
I was all about to ask him.
Oh, you
Yeah.
like this?
Yes,
All right, all
sir.
right. Shout out to Sania Blue, Lamb of Gods. She's keeping me. They're keeping me warm and fresh during this little chilly weather that we're having outside. It's kind of cool here in Texas. Hey, DFK Reacts. So if you
That is
can, real
correct.
quick, I mean, you've been doing this YouTube thing for a while. I mean, let our audience know what do you what if you can explain it.
Yeah. Well, basically, for me, like I know some YouTubers do play by play. I do that as well, but I don't record it. I basically watch like the preview of the game, the stacks, and where they're placed in the rankings. Then that give me a knowledge how the game gonna be, like the outcome of the game. I do predictions myself. For example, like the game is on Monday. On Sunday, I do my predictions for that Monday game, and the rest of the week would be like my whole planning week. So some people just think it's easy work, but it's really not. It's a lot of like work that I put into that.
No, yeah. I mean, most definitely, even with the shows that we do, I know Walter and myself, we do. We enjoy the scouting community. We watch college football all year round, and we got to talk football. I'll tell you this: it never gets easy looking into that camera just talking about football. And it takes a
It
lot of
never does.
preparation. It's a lot of work that you got to do into this. So it's never easy. Well, right? We just did what two. We just did this week. We did two NFL mock drafts. We did it on Tuesday and Thursday. I know that
Yeah,
at work I was hearing some things like, "Come on, man! I don't even know who that guy is." I'm like, "That's why we're saying these names so you guys can get familiar with tomorrow's stars in the NFL." So never
That's
does
correct.
get easy, but appreciate the work you do. So let's talk some football real quick, man. I mean, I know that you did not have a reaction video for the infamous game between the Eagles and Giants.
Yeah,
So
man. It's
let's
a
get your
lot,
thoughts.
bro. It's like if I watch the game live, it's not for me to pretend that I didn't watch it and then give my fans something like that's not authentic. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
watched the game and I'm like, man, Doug Peterson is out his mind. Doug Peterson is out his mind, man. Like he should be fired. I'm gonna be honest. He should be fired after that. You know what I'm saying? You have a great talent into Jalen Hurts, and to begin with, Jalen Hurts was the number one draft pick I got for Green Bay Packers last year. It was either Justin Jefferson or if they would pick a quarterback, it would be him. Mobile,
Yeah.
good on the run, but we picked Jordan Love, man. To the damn still mad about that to this day. So yeah.
So, real quick, if you could chime in on that, I mean, what were your thoughts when you're actually seeing this, or when you were seeing the news of the Eagles were they just stopped playing? I mean,
well, I watched it live when it happened.
oh wow,
I thought it was ridiculous, man. You got to realize these players work their asses off all week, all season long, and for a coach to pull that on them was ridiculous. You saw exactly how Jalen Hurts felt about it, and then there were reports that players were trying to get at Peterson after the game and everything. These players take their craft extremely serious, the same way we do.
oh yeah,
And to have somebody go out there, say for instance, somebody goes out there on one of your videos and just completely goose off the video. This is one of your videos. This is your baby. This is your craft. You take this serious, and you expect everybody around you to take it serious. And
yeah.
for Peterson to pull that because of 3 draft spots, nah, it was ridiculous, man.
So like, okay, so this is a little bit more of a reaction then. Okay, so like, let's look at it from a different perspective. What do you think? Because there's three levels, right? There's the ownership, right? And then
Correct.
there's
Right?
there's management, and then there's the coaching.
Correct.
Tell me real quick, DFK, what do you think? And then we'll get to Walt. What do you think? Was this a coaching decision? Was it a front office decision, or was this an ownership decision?
I personally feel like it was both front office and ownership. Reason why? Jalen Hurts is now the quarterback for Philly, like as we all know. So for them to be able to have that early pick that's in the draft, they can trade to get more picks and send Carson Wentz somewhere else. I thought about that as well. It's like if you would have won that playoff, you would get further down the draft. Like you would probably like in the 20th, if not 27th, around that pick range. You know what I'm saying? So for them to lose that game, it was a point of, are you going to build with what you have right now, or are you going to get better draft pick to have a better season next year?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Interesting.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely thought it was like front office and ownership. But Doug Peterson like should have, as the head coach, the front office don't play football. They actually just get the team around you, coach the team, the players play.
Yeah.
That should have been a game that they won.
So let me ask you. Well, I mean, do you like? Let me ask you this. Is it safe to say that you also agree with the actual front office? It was a front office move.
Facts. Correct. Correct.
Well,
Yeah, I believe it was a front office move.
so then like why? If you lose, you're picking number 10 in the draft. If you, I mean, if you win, I'm sorry, they were gonna pick
Yeah.
10th actually. That's the actual. That's what
Uh-huh.
Tankathon said. So if they won, they would have been picking 10th. If they
Right.
lose, they're picking 6. What is it about this draft, or what do you think that this front office is trying to accomplish by securing a 6th pick? Do you think that they're anticipating maybe moving up, or trying to do some kind of trade? I mean, what do you think could be logical at this point?
Well, I mean, it was completely over for the Eagles anyway.
Okay.
So I could understand. I would look, if I had nothing to play for, I would much rather pick sixth than picking 10th. And I can completely understand that in general. But it does seem like it just came originally from the people upstairs because coaches don't do that.
Yeah.
If coaches really did that type of stuff, we would see that type of crap happen in the NFL more often than we did. You know,
Yeah.
listen, all what happened was the people upstairs. It was their decision, and it's Doug Peterson's job to really bite the bullet behind it. So I think things probably got under control once everybody got in the locker room and words were exchanged, and then guys cleaned out lockers and went on about their business. But I just couldn't see myself as a head coach telling my players that. I couldn't do that to my quarterback either.
Yeah. I mean, Jalen Hurts, I don't think he was playing wrong. So I mean, definitely the writing was on the wall. I think they just told him, you know what, your job is safe. Just don't win the game. Let's lock it up. But it's gonna be interesting, right? I mean, picking 6th and 10th, yes, it could. Okay, we're talking about a one of those generational draft classes that has a ton of potential at the quarterback position. But I mean, enough is enough. I don't know what Howie Roseman's trying to do. I don't know if he's trying to stockpile picks or trying to trade to get more picks. So yeah, I mean, in the end, it's wrong for football. I think that if you're a bad team, you're just a bad team. Don't go out there and intentionally lose the game. Takes away from the integrity of the game. So let's move on a little bit. So we have some interesting news for the Dallas Cowboy fans out there. The Dallas Cowboys have fired their defensive coordinator, Mike Nolan. Um, Real quick, DFK, give me a reaction. Is this a good move, a bad move? What do you think?
It's not gonna make a difference. I'm gonna be honest. It's not gonna make a difference. Green Bay.
Yeah,
I mean, Dallas Cowboys need honestly getting Mike McCarthy was not a good move. Mike McCarthy, the type of scheme that he runs was perfect was perfect for Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers can't roll out and everything. Now with Dak Prescott, you see how good Dak was playing when he first got in. Now when you look at Andy Dalton, he's not that quarterback that you can actually roll to the left and like zip the ball in there. He's not that type of quarterback. We all know he a deep ball quarterback. He'll get the ball up there, but the old line didn't play well this year at all. So that was a bad move. It was not on the defensive coordinator at all. I say that.
wow. What do you think, Walter?
I think the Cowboys need substance, man. They
Yeah.
just it's too much. There's a such thing as having too much talent, man. You look at CeeDee Lamb, and I love CeeDee Lamb. They
Me
could have
too.
went in so many other different directions defensively with that draft pick instead of Lamb. And we all know, that was Jerry's pick. Lamb had a decent rookie season. Lamb had an issue with some drops also.
Yeah,
But if you look at them defensively, Jalen Smith just never looks pure as a linebacker to me. Period. He's a big athletic dude.
Mm,
He just never looked very comfortable. Leighton Vander Esch, he's never healthy. Sean Lee was never healthy.
great.
They need corners. The Cowboys have a lot of issues going on right now. I don't think it was necessarily completely Nolan's fault, but they still need help on that defensive line. They need somebody in the middle of that defensive line that can stop the run. They need guys at linebacker who can cover, guys who can run. They need corners. They need a lot of things right now in Dallas, and things are going forward for them either way. So I don't know who they plan on bringing in right now.
Yeah.
Jerry, you know, that's your
No,
part of town, baby.
no, man. I don't know, man. I'm looking around. I'm just trying to just going back to my notes. I mean, the same names that we hear, but I mean, they didn't really have much success. I mean, you have Dan Quinn. He was a former defensive coordinator with the Seahawks, but obviously the Seahawks let him go, right? You have Gus
Yeah.
Bradley. He was a former, you know, defensive coordinator with the Seahawks, and he was a head coach, and he was a defensive coordinator with the Chargers, and they let him go. So when you stop and you look at it, I mean, you just got a bunch of basically like retired parts here. So I think the Cowboys are gonna have to take a deep dive and kind of look into maybe seeing if they can find a Sean McVay of the defensive coordinator, right? Somebody that actually
Ooh,
put some
that's
a little bit
cool.
of attention to detail and, like you said, bring some attitude. Because I think when I looked at Dallas Cowboys this year, that defense needed attitude, man. They needed to play with urgency. They needed to play with some dominance, and they did not have it. I'm sorry, Mike
Well,
Nolan. Mike Nolan just couldn't get the lineup right. Hopefully, they bring in somebody that's there. But there's some names out there. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to take a gamble if I'm the Cowboys. So, but at least they're acknowledging that the problem that they had on defense, they're going to try and fix it. I think that when you look at Mike Nolan, what he was trying to do with the Cowboys, the actual player fit did not fit the actual scheme. So it's good to get a schematic fit for the players that you do have on board. So let's move on, guys. This tomorrow we got football tomorrow and Sunday, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
we
Can't
got
wait,
the
man.
playoffs. Are you going to be doing any DFK? Are you going to be doing any reaction videos
Yeah, I'm gonna be
live?
reacting to all of them, like all the games.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I got to, And the most interesting game to me is the Bills and the Colts. That's what I'm waiting on.
Oh, all right, all
That is
right.
what I'm waiting on.
Why is that? Let me ask you that question.
Josh Allen, bro. This man, this season, like honestly, I predict the Bills to be like around like nine, like it was 9-7, right? Around that range, winning losses. But he went crazy this season. 37 TDs and 10 picks. You don't
Yeah,
expect that. But then again, he did have Stephen Diggs, you know what I'm saying? Like one of the best wide receiver out there. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Hey, shout
yep.
out Kendall, man. Kendall, what's good, brother? Yes, sir.
Well, what game are you really looking forward to?
that
The
same exact
Bucks and
game.
Washington. Bucks and Washington.
Oh, that's also going to be a very interesting game.
Yeah,
But well, you're saying that that's the game that you're looking forward to?
correct.
Yeah, the Colts and Bills, same
Why?
exact game. I think that game, those two teams are way closer than people are giving them credit for, man. I'm hearing a lot of people thinking that saying that the Bills are gonna on well, people fans base everything on records anyway. But I think and we've had this conversation numerous times over the past couple of weeks.
Hmm.
Aside from the Chiefs, we think those other six teams in the AFC on any given Sunday all could beat each other.
Yeah.
Whether it's Tennessee, Baltimore, Buffalo, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. We still believe Pittsburgh can. Pittsburgh has choked a lot down the stretch so far, but I think the Colts and that Bills game is going to surprise a lot of people, man, because the Colts are sound defensively. That defense travels. They still have a solid offensive line. They've proven they can run the football. They ran the ball pretty damn well the past few weeks. They gotten better. The receiving core has gotten healthy. Phillip hasn't turned the ball over as much this season, and I'm not even really a Phillip Rivers fan, period. But Phillip has played pretty well this season, and he's a vet. Phillip's been there before, and Josh, as my man said, Josh got to prove it, and I love Josh. Josh is uber talented, huge arm, big tough kid. I told you I called him the white Cam Newton.
I
But
did remember that. I remember that. I remember
That's
that.
true.
yeah,
That's true.
I,
That's true.
I like Josh, man. Josh improved a whole lot, and he still got a lot more to prove. We got to get past that dud he dropped last season.
Oh yeah, for sure. The Texas one. So real quick, now that we covered the AFC lineup, you DFK, you said right now the other game you're looking forward to was the Buccaneers and the
Washington.
Redskins.
Correct.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. The
Washington football
Washington
team. There you go.
football team. So with that lineup, I mean, what do you think? Who's favored? I mean, if Alex Smith plays and let's say he just toughs it out and he could play, what do you think?
I mean, Bucks, of course. But the thing is, I want the Washington football team to win.
Oh wow.
Because reason why whoever wins facing Green Bay, you know, Bucks not gonna let Green Bay slide like that. You know what I'm saying? So it gotta be the Washington Redskins for me, man. I mean, the football team to me. But the Bucks are playing lights out. Tom Brady, people actually project him to throw like they project him to throw 27 touchdowns, like 17 picks. This man threw I think like 35 plus. You know, it's like he's still Tom Brady. Even if he's 50 years old, he's still Tom Brady. So
Yeah,
it's
I
still gonna
guess
be a
you're right on
crazy
that
game.
one. I
Yeah.
guess you're right on that one. So overall, well, give me an NFC matchup that you're looking to see and why.
The Bears and Saints.
Bears and
Bears
Saints.
and
Ooh.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
wait no thinking, man. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room, man.
Okay, okay,
Drew
let's
been,
do it.
Drew Brees been stinking the joint up, man. Like Drew been stinking the joint up, man. Not
Yeah.
just this season, but
Yeah.
these past few playoff games. Um, I think everything is going to come down normally as it does to that same defense, Alvin Kamara, and of course the bright mind of Sean Payton. But I got a feeling those Bears, the best thing the Bears probably can do is just hug the line of scrimmage, press everything across, and make Drew beat them. I'm not sure if Breeze really has the arm anymore to beat him. And of course, Mitchell, with all the man coverage that the Saints run, Mitchell could pretty much have a field day running the football. So I really believe the Saints could pull that upset. I'm not even sure it'll be an upset, honestly, in my opinion.
No.
Well, hold on a minute because I've heard some people like starting to say like it's gonna come down to Green Bay and the Saints actually being the team in the actual NFC Championship game. So I think that both. I mean, both. I don't want to take away anything from both those matchups you said, but I'm very interested to see what the if who comes out on this one. If the Saints come out, do you? I'm gonna and just to end it off right here. Let me ask both of you this question: if the Saints come out with a win on this one um, are the Saints going to be favored to get into the Super Bowl for the NFC?
No, no, no way.
No.
No way.
Why?
No,
Think
that
about it.
defense has had to carry them all season, man.
There you
Well,
go.
does the defense win championships?
Yeah, but it's been carrying them for the last two, maybe three seasons, honestly.
True.
Well, I don't know. I'm sorry, Who Dat Nation, but it looks like even regardless of what happens, the Saints will not make the Super Bowl based off DFK Reacts and
No.
Walter Stringer.
You gotta
So with that,
understand, you have to pay Green Bay at home, and Green Bay not losing at home.
oh yeah, for
You
sure.
gotta get
It's
that.
cold. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I
Well,
think if it does happen, Tampa's the only team that can probably do it.
Only team, and I guarantee it, it's the only team. But
man,
that's
Tampa's loaded, man. Like
yeah, they are.
defensively, they loaded. They loaded offensively too. Tampa on any given Sunday can show up and beat anybody. I don't think they can do it honestly in Green Bay. I think Green Bay's running the ball with Aaron Jones too well right now.
Yeah,
the whole team
interesting.
playing great.
It's very interesting, and I cannot wait to see this how this week ends up. So that's gonna go ahead and do it for us tonight. Just to recap, just make sure you guys go check out DFK Reacts, and like he said, I mean
Praise
he
his
gives
God.
out live reactions to the actual game as it's going. So
Correct.
definitely check out his YouTube page. I know just some announcements for us. We will have a kickoff show tomorrow, and we actually have a YouTube coming out pretty soon. But make sure you guys go check out the East West Football Podcast with the special guest Trey Wingo. So thank you all so much for tuning
Oh.
in. Yeah.